Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Anisha and this is my third video on the phase equilibrium. Today I will tell you the detailed study of the pressure temperature phase diagram of one component system, and here I am taking the one component system is the water, and so I will tell you what is the detailed study of the pressure temperature phase diagram of the water system. Before studying, please do hit the red subscribe button and then press the bell icon so that you can notified whenever I will upload my next videos. Temperature phase diagram of the water system and how these phase diagram are constructed, you can get the detail in my previous video. I will give you the link in the description box. You can check this why the phase diagram of like that. In that video there is total derivation of the this line and this line. So this is the phase diagram of the water system. So before the starting of the study of the phase diagram of a system, we have to know what is the phase rule. This is very important rule, the phase rule, and we have to know the we have to familiar with the every term involved in the phase rule. So what is the phase rule? Phase rule is that F is equal to C minus P plus 2. What is F? F is the degree of freedom. Degree of freedom. C is the number of component. C is the number of component. And F is the phase, number of phase. So what are the phases? I told you earlier in my previous videos I told you what are the phases. Phases are the solid, liquid and gas. These are the mainly three phases of a system, and there are three equilibrium. These three are the equilibrium curve, and the equilibrium curve is the solid liquid, liquid gas and solid gas equilibrium curve. So there are this is the phase diagram of the one component system. To our study is limited for today is for the one component system phase diagram. So number of component here is the 1. So what is the degree of freedom? What is the equation of the degree of freedom for one component system is that 1 minus P plus 2, that is equal to 3 minus P. F is equal to 3 minus P. Now you know that what is the meaning of the P, what is the phase. The phases are the solid, liquid or gas phase. Now we have to know what is the meaning of the F. So it is very important to know what is the degree of freedom. एंड आज इस वीडियो में मैं ये क्लैरिफाई करना चाहती हूँ कि ये डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम का मतलब क्या है. ये डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम से हम लोग क्या समझते हैं कि डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम क्या है. तो ये सब मैं इन डिटेल तुमको बताऊंगी कि डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम क्या है. इफ यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ द डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम एक्चुअली, देन यू कैन इजीली इंटरप्रेट व्हाट इज द फेज डायग्राम, प्रेशर टेम्परेचर फेज डायग्राम ऑफ अ वन कंपोनेंट सिस्टम. सो चलिए अब देखते हैं डिग्री ऑफ फ्रीडम की कॉन्सेप्ट. पहले कॉन्सेप्ट जानना बहुत जरूरी है. तो इट इज दैट F is equal to 3 minus P for one component system and P is the phases. So what is the degree of freedom? उसके पहले ये वाटर कंपोनेंट की फेज डायग्राम ही ड्रॉ कर लेते हैं. इस with the help of this diagram I will tell you what is the degree of freedom. This is the pressure axis, this is the temperature axis. Now actually degree of freedom is, you can say that degree of freedom is the number of variables to define a state of a system. So before that we have to know what is the state of a system. So in my previous video what I told you that these lines are indicate actually the equilibrium between the two phases, that is solid liquid, solid gas and the liquid gas. This three line indicates the equilibrium of two phases. Now what is the importance of these three place, the three vacant place? That is that these three lines are the, we all know that from my previous video, we all know that these three lines are the actual indication of the solid liquid gas and the solid gas equilibrium line. These three lines are. So in between two lines, these are the phase equilibrium line. These lines are the black color lines are the phase equilibrium line. And between the two lines, what are the place here? Between the two lines, what are the place here? These are the place for the single phase. These are the place for the single phase. सॉलिड लिक्विड इक्विलिब्रियम लाइन मतलब क्या है, वहाँ पे सॉलिड एंड लिक्विड दोनों ही एग्जिस्ट करते हैं, बट ये जो प्लेस है ना, वहाँ पे सिर्फ सिंगल स्टेट एग्जिस्ट करता है, सिंगल फेज एग्जिस्ट करता है. एंड वो सिंगल फेज क्या है ना, ये दो लाइन क्या है, ये है सॉलिड लिक्विड एंड ये है सॉलिड गैस इक्विलिब्रियम लाइन. So what is the common in between these two lines? That is solid gas and solid liquid. The common word, the solid. So this room, this place, actually this place or this room is the is specified for the solid phase. So this is the room for the solid phase. So this is the actually the place of the solid. Here solid can exist. Here two phases cannot exist. Here only solid phase can exist, and in the upon the line the two phases can exist. Upon the line the two phases can exist, but in between the two lines there is only one phase can exist. And for the solid gas and solid liquid, the phase is the solid. Now what is the significance of this place? That is here this place is the is confined by the two lines, and these two lines indicates the solid liquid and liquid gas equilibrium. So this place, what is the common in between solid liquid and liquid gas? The common word is the liquid. So this place is the room for the liquid. So here liquid can exist, where liquid phase can exist, and in between these two lines there is solid gas and the liquid gas. Here only gas phase can exist. Here only gas phase can exist. And why this line is discontinuous? Because up to a certain temperature liquid phase can exist. After that and this temperature is known as the critical temperature. After that you can get only the gas phase. That's why there is a discontinuity in the liquid gas equilibrium curve. So that's why in the phase diagram of the water system, I defined is that solid, this is liquid and this is gas. So this room and this room is confined for the single phase, and these phase are the solid, liquid and gas, and these line are for the two phase equilibrium line. This is for the solid liquid. This is for the what are the phase in between these two lines? It is the solid and the gas. So this line is indication of the solid gas equilibrium curve, and this is very easy. This is liquid gas equilibrium curve, and you all know that when solid gas, when liquid gas, and when solid liquid are coexist. So now let us define what is the degree of freedom. Now from the degree of freedom we can know what is the number of variables we require to define a single phase. What is this meaning? This meaning is that now this is, we know that this is solid gas, this is solid, this is liquid and this is gas, and these lines are the phase equilibrium line. Now let us consider here a point P1. Here a point P1. The pressure is P1. And let us consider here in the solid state there is a point. This is here. So for define this particular point, what coordinate you have to know? If you know, if you are considering this is y and this is x, if you know what is the value of y, can you identify the single point? This point, can you identify by knowing only the value of y? Can you identify the value, only the value of y? What is the actual place of this point? Because if you know the value of y is equal to P1 or P dash, then in the P dash there are several points can exist. There are several points can exist in this place. So for the P dash, you can say that for if you know the only the value of y-axis, this is P1, and then you can say that there can several points in the P1 axis. So for the identification of the for this particular point, what you have to know, what is the value of the x-axis also. That is, with knowing the pressure, this is not sufficient to identify a single state, to identify a single point in a solid state. That means that if you know the temperature, what is the temperature of this corresponding point, let us say that T1. If you know x is equal to T1 and y is equal to P1, then you can identify only this point. There is only one point at x is equal to P1, x is equal to T1 and y is equal to P1. So in a single phase region, this is also true for this is also true for this. For a single phase region, you have to know what is the value of two variables to define a definite state. Okay? To clarify, again I am saying that. You know that the value of x is equal to T2. Let this is T2. Okay? Now, in the T2, there may be this several point, So, in the T2, the state of the phase of a system, water system, can be gas phase, can be liquid phase at temperature T2. So you can't identify only the knowing the temperature. What is the actually the state of the water system? You have to know what is the pressure of the system also. That means if you are saying the pressure is that P2, then you can say that this point is for the gas point, and this is P3, and this point at P3 and T2 temperature, the point is for liquid, and at P2 and T2 temperature, the point is for gas. So for define a single point, and in a single phase system, we should know two variables to identify a single point. So here the degree of freedom is 2 for define a degree of freedom is 2 for a single phase system, and from the equation there is F is equal to 3 minus P for one component system. So you can get that what is when the phase is single, that is either solid, either liquid, or either gas, that is P is equal to 1. What is the value of degree of freedom? That is equal to 2. Okay? So for define a single point in a one phase system, you have to know two variables. Okay? That's why the degree of freedom here is 2. Clear? Now what is the degree of freedom for the two component equilibrium curve? So these three curve is actually indication of the presence of the two phases. That is, this curve is the liquid gas phase, this curve is the solid liquid phase, and this curve is the this is the solid gas, this is the liquid gas. Okay? So these curves are indication of the presence of the two phase system. So from the formula of the degree of freedom, you can get that F is equal to 3 minus P. So upon the line, what is the number of phase? The number of phase is equal to 2. So the F is equal to 3 minus 2 upon the line, that is equal to 1. So from this equation, you can get the F is equal to 1 in case of the two equilibrium phase system. Two phase equilibrium system. So what is the meaning of this? The meaning of this that now considering, let us consider this is a single point in a solid liquid equilibrium curve. So from the solid liquid equilibrium curve, if you know the value of P1, if you know the value of what is the value of T1, if you know the value of T1, you don't need to know what is the value of T1, because at the value of P1, if this is the P1, at the value of P1 there is only a point in the solid liquid equilibrium system. You don't need to know what is the value of T1 to identify a single point when there is a equilibrium between two phases, because there only a single point can exist at value of P1 in solid liquid equilibrium system. If this is not solid liquid equilibrium system, if there is one phase system, because at P1 there is only let us suppose this is the temperature, this is a temperature T1. So at P1 and T1 only this point is upon the solid liquid equilibrium curve. At P1 T1 only one point is on the solid liquid equilibrium curve. If the point is here, that is the T, that is this is equal to T plus del T, T plus del T. Some amount of T is increased at temperature, at pressure P1. So then solid liquid system cannot coexist, because at this P1 and T1 plus del T, only the state of only the phase of the system is the liquid phase. So for the existence of the solid liquid equilibrium at P1, temperature should be fixed. Same temperature is T1. So here variable is not two variable. Here variable is one only. If you vary P, then T is also dependent on the T. You can't independently vary P and T randomly. For one value of P, there is only one value of T. That's why here degree of freedom is 1. Here you can't vary independently two variable. Here you can vary independently one variable. You can vary that P1 to P2. You can vary that P1 to P2. But for T2, there is only a single temperature exists for the solid liquid equilibrium curve. That's why the degree of freedom at the two phase equilibrium system is 1. That means you can vary only single one variable to gain or to stay at this solid liquid equilibrium state. Or this is also true for the liquid gas and the solid gas equilibrium state. That's why the degree of freedom upon the line, upon the two phase equilibrium line is 1 only. But in the one phase system, you can independently vary P and T also, two phase, because for P1 let us, this is the temperature T3, this is the temperature T4. So you can independently vary. You can vary P also. You can vary T also. So there is a range of a value of P and T for the existence of a single phase. But for when you are varying two variable at the same time when you are varying two variables, then equilibrium will be lost and you can get only a single phase. That's why for the solid liquid or liquid gas or the solid gas, that means two phase equilibrium system, you can't vary two variables independently. If you know the value of P1, then you can easily calculate the value of T1 also. That's why the degree of freedom in case of this curve is the 1. Now there is a single point where the three phase can coexist, and the point is that it is solid, it is liquid and it is gas. So the point is here where the three phase can coexist, the solid, liquid and gas can coexist, and this is known as the triple point. This is known as the triple point. So at the triple point, the solid, liquid and gas can coexist, and at the triple point, what is the degree of freedom? At the triple point, the degree of freedom is equal to, here P is equal to 3, that is 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. So that means here we can't vary anything for getting a triple point, because it is a point, there is a definite p value and definite t value for getting a triple point. At the triple point you can't vary anything, pressure or temperature. At the triple point you can't vary anything, the pressure and temperature, because this is a single point. So if you are varying p or t, then you can't get triple point. The coexistency of the three phases is lost when you varying p and t, and you can get then only one phase or only two phase equilibrium. You can't get the three phase system at the same point. So there is a single point, you can't vary anything in case of triple point. That's why the degree of freedom, that is, you don't have any freedom to vary the pressure and temperature for getting another triple point. There is a single triple point. So that's why the degree of freedom at the triple point is 0 here. So I hope now you can understand what is the meaning, actual meaning of the degree of freedom. So now there are some more thing left for the study the water system. Now you know that what is this indicate, what this indicate, and what this indicate, what this line indicate, what this line indicates, and what this line indicates. Now I will say what is the effect of the change of the pressure in case of the boiling point and the melting point of the water system. That is, now what is the boiling point and what is the melting point? The boiling point and melting point is that the boiling point is that the temperature at 1 atmosphere pressure where the solid and what the liquid and gas phase can coexist. So at 1 atmosphere pressure, the temperature is that 100 degrees Celsius temperature. So at 1 atmosphere pressure, the temperature is the 100 degrees Celsius temperature. That means the boiling point of water is 100 degrees Celsius. This is not correct for this is not true for the all pressure. This is the only true for the 1 atmosphere pressure, because in the definition of the boiling point it is there, that is at 1 atmospheric pressure when the solid liquid gas can coexist, that is the boiling point of the system. But you can see that at if it is the 2 atmosphere pressure, let's assume this is the 2 atmosphere pressure. So what is the effect of the increasing the pressure in the system on the boiling point? That is that you can easily see that from the phase diagram what is the effect of it. Now this is the intersection point at 2 atmosphere pressure of the liquid gas system, and the corresponding temperature is more than the 100 degrees Celsius temperature. That means that by applying the pressure you can increase the boiling point of a water system, and by decreasing the pressure, what is the intersection point? The intersection point is the less than the 100 degrees Celsius temperature. That means by decreasing the pressure you can decrease the boiling point of a water system. So from the phase equilibrium curve you can say that is pressure, applying pressure is proportional to boiling point. If you increase the pressure, the boiling point will be increases for the water system, and if you decrease the pressure, the boiling point will decreases for the water system. Now what is the effect of the change of the pressure in case of the melting point? Now melting point is the point at 1 atmosphere pressure or when the solid and liquid can coexist. So at 1 atmosphere pressure, the intersection point is the 0 degree Celsius temperature, that is melting point of water is equal to 0 degree Celsius temperature when the pressure is 1 atmosphere pressure. But when the pressure is 2 atmosphere pressure, then what is the corresponding temperature? You can get that the corresponding temperature is somewhat less than the 0 degree Celsius temperature. So by increasing the pressure, by increasing the pressure of the system, you can decrease the melting point of the water system. Decrease the melting point of water. So by increasing the pressure, you can decrease the melting point of the water system, because here the slope is negative. You know that why slope is negative from the previous video. So Brian, what is the effect of the pressure on the water system for melting point and boiling point? You can see that from the phase diagram. And this is the triple point. At triple point P is equal to 4.6 millimeter Hg, and the temperature is the 0.01 degree Celsius. And this is the TC. TC means the critical temperature. The critical temperature of the water is 374 degrees Celsius, and the pressure is the 218 atmosphere. So that's all about the water system. If you have any query about this water system, phase diagram of this water system, you can tell me in the comment section. I try to clarify your queries. So for today, that's all about my today's video. Thank you for watching. See you again in my next video. Bye bye.